I never look at my position as a job. When I wake up in the morning, I think about transplant and what can we do to make it better. For me, what I enjoy is going into a transplant center and getting to know them.
Coordinators and these surgeons and nurses, everyone from top to bottom are a collective group of heroes helping to facilitate the life-saving mission of transplant.
Our first transplant center, physicians were taking the call, and they quickly realized that they didn't want to take all the offers, because in 2007 the system changed to a phone call. When an OPO made organ offers, they were actually printing off a match run with a phone number and going down the list and calling each one right on down the list. So in 2007 it moved to an electronic sharing system, so then it was a push of a button could shotgun some offers out. Well, that increased the amount of workload on the transplant centers because they were getting more of these offers coming in. You had a lot of coordinators up all night, working on the organ offers and managing transplants, and they would get some rest and then get woke up again, but they had to be up the next morning to come into the clinic to take care of the transplant patients.
Took a job doing the same thing that all of our coordinators do today, found out that, hey, there's a need for this, people taking calls. And so we were asked to come, and he started asking me a few questions, but one of the very first questions he asked was, can you do this for us? We don't want to hire you for the actual center. We want some company to take this from us. And so we picked up our first center, so that's how it all happened.
The list of folks that need transplants gets larger and larger every year. That creates a bit of a dilemma for transplant programs. The first thing I try to do is identify the need. Some centers just want help with the 10, 15, 20 calls that come in a day. Other centers do want us to come in and take over the entirety of that transplant process, and we can do that as well, or anything that falls in between.
I started to learn about data analytics to take that information to our transplant centers and help them make better, more informed decisions. My quality and data team, we're a group of 3, and we're the 3 people that are reviewing every single offer. We are dealing with like 14,000 offers a month, and one thing we talk about all the time is taking the clicks out of that, and what's the fastest, easiest way to do that, and that's where Jared comes in, and he makes us tools and applications that make all of that fast, easy, and quick so we can get that information back out to our transplant centers.
From an IT side, I work very closely with our quality department. My wife is the quality director, so we have a very close relationship. Buckeye Transplant comes in and works with our transplant partners, and we help technological integration into our processes. At Buckeye Transplant, I've developed some proprietary applications which help coordinators streamline process pieces and communication pieces, and in turn that's dropped our error rates lower than they've ever been before.
It's been amazing. They present the information that we need. We're able to make quick, accurate decisions on whether to move forward an organ or not.
We use an IBM product. That product allows us to make sure that all of our devices are meeting HIPAA password requirements. The firewalls are up on the devices. It will make sure that they're running the latest software, and it does have the ability to remotely lock down or wipe a device if need be. Our HIPAA department at Buckeye offers our coordinators some ongoing training which keeps them compliant with all HIPAA regulations. We also offer recertification each year for our coordinators, so that way they have the basic knowledge of HIPAA. We will run risk analysis in every area of our company to make sure that we are meeting all HIPAA guidelines and standards.
Buckeye switched to an all-employee model because we wanted more control over our services. We can offer training, we can offer a 401k, we offer health benefits. Because not only do we want to attract great coordinators, but we want to retain them.
Buckeye has shown me how much they care. For me, that was huge because it just, when you work from home, you don't work with people, but knowing that you feel cared for and supported from afar, that just meant a lot to me.
We like to support, do anything that we can. We have administrators on call. We have, managers on call. We're a completely virtual company, but our open doors, our phones are always on. We're always available.
Buckeye wants the best and brightest in our industry. Buckeye has a unique opportunity to have one foot in the organ donation door and one foot in the transplant door. And that satisfies a lot of needs for people who want to help other people. The major shift from going from the OPO to working with Buckeye Transplant really was just that allowance for a work-life balance.
2 years ago, my son was born and my needs changed. Everything changed. I needed that at-home atmosphere with him. I craved it, and Buckeye really brought me home for that.
I'm all about family. I'm all about being a part of my family. That's what's always been important to me, my wife and my daughter. That's really what gets me to it day in, day out.
Being able to go to like the school parties, or my kids go to daycare right now, and so being able to go to like the Valentine's Day party with them.
My dad was able to be my baseball coach versus the other parents that can't get off work from their 9-to-5 jobs.
And so working with Buckeye, I think, gives you that good work-life balance. When you're on call, you got to be 100%. But when you're off call, we do our best to make sure that we're not bothering our coordinators, so that they can have that time with their families.